Om Shanti to my family in different parts of the world. It's always a pleasure to connect with like-minded souls because it is sharing. Sharing means I learn and you learn. We all learn together. And the more we share, the more it multiplies. And so when I heard this evening's topic, likes and dislike of God, straight away, we have a question in our mind. Does God have dislikes? And I would say, God does not have dislike. But absence of likes creates a void, empty space, and that is filled with dislikes. It's interesting how nature also works. What is darkness? What is bad? What is negative? You can't work on pushing out darkness. You can't work to push out bad or weakness. What we simply do is we just complement. And what is that complement? I bring light and the darkness goes away. I bring goodness and the bad goes away. I develop power and the weakness goes away. And so, Baba has taught us this very clearly. What Baba likes is not likes, but he's the original authority of all that. We are just embodiments. The embodiment of love, embodiment of peace, purity, happiness, knowledge. And we are Baba's children, God's creation. He does not sit and create souls, but he creates those qualities and those powers and knowledge in us. And so in memory or memorial, in the faith, God is known as the creator. He's the Father, the almighty authority, ever existing, immortal. We souls are also immortal and ever existing. The only difference is God does not have any percentage of degrees of goodness and badness. He's ever. We souls have. And so when we lose majority of our qualities and powers, not completely, but majority percentage, Baba comes to us and awakens us. Please tell me if I'm fast. Is it okay? Just nod.
Perfect, perfect.
Great, I'm happy. So, Baba comes in the confluence age, and he will never say, I don't like this pure, impure souls, or I don't like this weak children, or I don't like this, impure souls. But he will only come and use the language what he would like to see in us. And that is his like. He would come and say, sweet children. So indirectly, he's already told us, become sweet. Pure souls. He's already said he likes pure souls. And powerful souls means he wants us to become powerful. And so Baba only uses a language, what he wants to see in us, but not a language where he doesn't want to see what is in us. So that's very clear, something to underline. Interesting, when we offer bhog, I hope I'm speaking to Brahmins only. And so when we offer bhog, Baba does mention sometimes in the messages, I don't eat. I just only take the aroma. How does he take the aroma? He doesn't have a nose. He doesn't have a mouth. But he takes aroma. So the Almighty Authority has the ability to share with us what we would like to see. So it is not that God would say, I like this and I don't like this. I eat this and I don't eat this. I see this and I don't see this. But it is a wonderful energy. God is an unlimited, powerful energy. Without even eyes, he can see. And without even nose, he can smell. And without the body and the arms and the feet, he can protect us. It is my personal experience. And I think I've shared this many times, maybe with this family or not, but I would like to, that in 1989, we were traveling by car from Mombasa to Nairobi. And I don't know, it was my intuition, it was my mind, it was my intellect, I have no idea. But there was little bit of reluctance in starting the journey. It kept on telling me, no, no, no. That was in my subconscious. But so many students around me and contact souls kept on saying, please don't go. Please don't go. Not today, go after 3 days, 4 days. And I was like, I have to go. So there was a signal through the loved ones around, please don't travel today. Travel after 3 or 4 days. But I chose not my heart, but my logic. And my logic was, I have to reach Nairobi very quickly because I have other things to do. That was my logic. And we started the journey, and there were many signals on the way. The wipers broke, it started raining, a lot of things happened. But still, there was no clarity. And we continued. And halfway in the journey, I have no idea. The brother had dozed off a little bit. We were at the speed of 140 kilometers per hour. It was a heavy car. And I just announced, let's have traffic control. And interesting, when we were going to have traffic control, I had my window wide open, but I decided to close it. Why? I don't know. But I closed the window, and then I shut my eyes, and we were about to start traffic control. And the next thing I see is we are off the road. And I asked the brother, where are you going? And gone. We were involved in a huge, huge accident. And the car rolled 3 times. And if I did not shut my window, I would fall off, and the car would then fall on me. But instead, the car rolled once, twice, thrice, and we could smell the petrol, but unlimited arms, which can carry the whole car. The landing upside down was like carrying his children. I could feel those unlimited arms. And that was protection. Baba doesn't have arms. He doesn't have eyes or mouth or ears. But that's why it's called unlimited or almighty authority. We human beings have eyes, we have got ears, mouth, legs, hand. But in spite of that, we have limitations. And when we have limitations, that's where likes and dislikes enter. It's something to analyze. Absence of purity is impurity. Absence of love is hate. Absence of knowledge is ignorance. And so Baba doesn't say, my ignorant children. Baba doesn't say, my impure children, or my, negative children or hateful children. He will only use what he wants to see in us. Loveful children, pure children, powerful children. And so, if I do not have these qualities or dharana, then definitely that is what Baba doesn't want to see in us. And that is maybe dislike. You can put it like that. Baba would not want us to be angry and to fight and to be peaceless and weak. That we understand with our limited head. But Baba is only encouraging positive. And that is his likes. Baba would like to see, like doesn't mean he's like, but he would like to see his child perfect. Baba would like to see children being serviceable, like how Baba kept on mentioning today. Children's service, service, and service. What type of service? Service through the mind, service through words. Baba also clarified that sometimes those who do contribute towards the wealth or service, we need to acknowledge them. Baba doesn't have discrimination of his children, but Baba acknowledges. And Baba said, I acknowledge that child because he's contributing towards the service, the growth of God's task. Baba doesn't have the discrimination. He likes this child and he doesn't like this child. That is not God. God loves everybody unconditionally. Baba would not choose that I will sustain this child better and I will ignore this child. No, God doesn't do that. And you know, my experience is when Avyak Bap Dada used to come, I was quite young. I think I was 16 or something like that. And I was in Madhuban for my long holidays, quite long, 2 months holidays. And so I spent a lot of time with a Dada who used to serve at the museum. So I used to go as an English hand with him, Dada Naran. And in those days, Bap Dada used to come alternate day. One day he comes, one day he doesn't come, one day he comes. And naturally, every meeting is being dedicated to a particular group. Sometimes Bharatvasi, sometimes Madhuban Nivasi, sometimes double foreigners. So you can sit in the hall, but if it is not your turn, you just listen to the Murli and you will get a Toli and you go. But if it is your turn, you can come in front, Baba will speak to you, Baba will give you personal Toli, Drishti, and a blessing, through words. So because I was there, I was young, the dadis and didis will call me, come, come, and I would just go in front. And Baba would give me a toli through Dadi Gulzar, of course, Bap Dada. And I would keep on taking drishti so that at least Baba says something, a blessing. And Baba would say, number one, Brahma Kumari. Number one, Brahma Kumari. I think it was like more than 10 or 12 times he told me the same thing in 2 months. So one day I was quite upset. And I went to my room and I just lie down and I was quite upset. You know, when you go to your parents or sometimes your teacher or whoever, and you seek attention. And when you seek attention, the parents would say, yes, yes, very good, just go. Or your teacher would say, yeah, well done, well done. And she will send us off, or he would send us off. It's like, we're asking for a lot of attention. And I felt Baba was doing that to me. Number one, Brahma Kumari. Number one, Brahma Kumari. Then I was quite upset, I'm telling you. judging God with your limited head, limited mind and intellect. How would God ever do that? And then I was contemplating alone. I said, Pratibha, how can you judge God? You're comparing God to a human being. God never gets fed up of us. He doesn't want to get rid of you. He means it. Whatever he says, he means it. And whatever he means, he says. And so at least that much clarity was there. But then I contemplated again, why is Baba saying I'm number one Brahma Kumari? I'm not even a Brahma Kumari at the moment. Baba would say, number one Brahma Kumari, number one teacher, and I'm not even a teacher. God who could foresee that this soul can be a number one teacher. This soul can be a number one Brahma Kumari. He can see the potential. That's why his eyes go deep inside. Not this eyes. This can only reach somewhere around. But God doesn't have that eyes, but that power can reach deep down. And I was so happy. I said, oh God, Baba, thank you so much. It's the potential in this soul that you can see. And at least I got an aim of the confluence age. Like how we have the age of becoming Lakshmi and Narayan. That's our objective. But now my objective was, I need to do things which will prove the blessing number one Brahma Kumari or number one teacher. And so whenever there is some upheaval in the mind or on your path, just remind yourself what God had blessed you with. And you will come back on track. Not only personal meetings like what I talked about, but even Murli. Whatever Baba says in the Murli, Sakar Murli, Avyakt Murli, is a blessing. And so Baba says, do not get angry, do not cry, do not get upset. That is not the embodiment I am. Today, Baba did say that, isn't it? Sometimes children get upset or children, get annoyed. I don't know the exact English word, but in Hindi, Baba said that children sometimes rus jate means they get, upset. And so whenever God wants to share a blessing or good wishes and pure feelings, Baba will use our titles. Our titles, Empress, Future Empress, Lucky Stars, Sparkling Stars, Powerful Shaktis. These are the titles. And I remember, in the early days, we used to write letter to dadis, and dadis used to write letter to us. And in that, so many sentences are with our titles. Dearest, lovely, powerful, obstacle-free, sweet, happy. So many titles. Sometimes a huge paragraph of titles. You just want to read and read. Now it's like, to the point, because it's WhatsApp messages and emails, and it's so fast. Everything is so fast. But we used to keep that letter and read and read and read. This reminds me who I am. This reminds me who I belong to. And it also reminds me what is my task in the conference age. What am I supposed to do? And so my focus is clearly there. And that's what God likes. When Baba shares any blessing or any title or any point in the Murli, Sakar or Avyakt, just try to practice it, inculcate it, and become the embodiment of what Baba has just mentioned. This is what God likes. Whatever versions Baba has uttered for me, am I conscious of it? Am I practicing? Baba loves that. I won't even say likes it, but he loves it. Baba likes an honest heart. Honest heart, pure heart, unlimited and unconditional. This is God's likes. But he doesn't hate dishonest hearts and impure hearts. He doesn't hate them. He doesn't dislike them. But he has mercy for them. He feels merciful whenever there is any complication in Brahmins' lives. Baba does feel, I wish my child would come out of these complications and just be on the straight path. Baba likes direct and straight and uplifting path. Why do we complicate it? Why do we make it confused? And, it's like tangle all the thread, and there's no end and there's no beginning. That Baba wouldn't want to see in our lives. We're so focused. I know my beginning and I know my end. What am I supposed to do? And how am I supposed to do? That Baba guides me. And so these words, likes and dislikes, are our words for us to understand. But God only has one word. He is unconditional. He is ever pure and ever powerful. And he wants to share what he has with everybody. Baba says, even the last soul, I would give wholeheartedly. But it's just we need to create the capacity to receive it, to take it. And that's the efforts I'm making. God's treasure store is open for everyone. He would like to share. He would like to give. He's the bestower. And this is the quality of Baba. He's the bestower. He gives. And I receive, not because of donation or because of mercy, but it's my birthright. When I consider myself, who am I? I'm not this body, but I am a pure soul. Who do I belong to? My Baba. I connect to Baba. I forge a relationship with God, and I receive. It is my birthright. Sometimes we just receive it unconditionally, and sometimes I make efforts. Efforts is fine too. There is no problem in it because efforts make the achievement very sweet, extremely sweet, because you earned for it, you made efforts for it, and you got it. You feel so happy. You know, in July, I'm traveling in 10 countries celebrating the 50 years of service in Africa. And there are so many other things to do, but together with that, um, I have these preparations also, the dates, the travel, the destination, you know, and programs preparation, visas, a lot of things. So 2 months ago, I designed the whole, trip, and it was very suitable for everybody. Some people want Saturday, some people want Sunday, and some people will do with any day. So I was traveling, and then I have to start preparing for my visas. And I can't just get visas from one place for 10 countries. So I have to hop from this country to this country and then get visa. So I was in Zambia and I saw that the embassy is so easy here. So I went to them. I said, I would like to take visas for this country. And they said, yes, no problem. Just apply, fill the form in. So then we realized that my travel date was after over 3 months. In other words, I applied for my visa in, March or April, and I was going to travel in July. So 3 months are over, so my visa would expire. So that lady was very kind and said, why don't you do that? When are you flying out? I said, on 24th. And she says, okay, come on the 24th in the morning and apply for the visa, and I will give you the visa straight away, and you can leave for the airport. So cooperative. And I went. I went on the 24th, and on the 25th, sorry, on the 25th. And so it will come to 3 months, exactly 3 months. But the officer gave me a visa one day less on the 24th, and I'm reaching on 25th. So one day less, and that country is so strict. Even if one day less, they will not accept that visa. And I paid express, so $80, double. Now, when they gave me the visa, it was 24th, one day before it expires, I was on the flight and I was thinking, so they said you'll have to get your visa again from somewhere. You know, Baba always tells us economy. Economy means always connect to one. And economy means do not waste thoughts, time, breath, words, and of course, money. And so I was sitting in the flight. I was remembering Baba, that is economy. And I was like, Baba, it all got complicated. Just for one day, my visa expiring. And can you imagine I'm wasting $80? And Baba gave me a touching in my mind, change your booking. Rather than going for another visa, Just change your booking and move one day ahead. But remember the whole trip. So I have to shift everything and everything and everything. In all that, I sat down, I reached my destination, Nairobi. I sat down, I shifted all the dates with the travel agent, and my ticket came little less expense. And I got all the dates perfect. And I am going to arrive into that country on the correct date and day, and my visa will be used. Did you see the whole thing? Economy and economy. Economy means always connect with one. Just think about one, love one, and that one is my protector. And economy, you understood. It's my treasures, my thoughts, my deeds, my words, money, body, wealth, everything. And ultimately, drama. Drama is benevolent. It's very beneficial. And so Baba says either put a dot of I'm a soul, put a dot, my father is a point of light also, and drama is beneficial. Another dot. So 3 dots. Always put that rather than question mark. And everything will come right in the correct place at correct time, and it will be so beautiful. So now, as I mentioned earlier, it is not the likes and dislike of God, it is the likes of I, the soul. And Baba accepts this very beautifully. Baba says, my children, your point of light. I, point of light, is your father. And drama, point, is where we are. Baba cannot overcome drama. He can't just come when he feels like. Drama says, okay, now is the time. So it's like Baba also says, I am bound in drama. Similarly, he's bound to give what we need, and that is his liking. And I multiply that liking by using it. The more I use, the more it multiplies. Good wishes and pure feelings for everybody and everything I do, and I will receive that strength. Peace and love, I share, and I in return receive it. So I become very rich. Baba loves his rich children. He loves everybody. He loves every soul. In fact, he cannot see any difference. It's just that when we express with God and we become happy, and God's happiness is in that. When I am peaceful and God sees that my child is peaceful, his peace is in that. And that is his likes and dislikes. Dislike is just a void. When you're not pure, that is dislike, impurity. And so let me fill myself up. Then you will see you would like yourself, you would like the world, and you would like drama too. Baba loves it. Om Shanti.
Shanti, thank you so much. Yes, I think there are some questions here.
Yes,
In the Murli, Baba says, Baba doesn't like to see the children struggling.
yes.
The English translation different from what is said in Hindi. What are the words in Hindi? Could you please explain?
You know, in Hindi, Baba uses the word Baba cannot see his children struggling or, suffering or angry or upset. He cannot see. Baba बच्चों को देख नहीं सकते हैं. But then the best translation is that, because we don't have couple of words in English. It's only one word. And that's why, it is sort of put in that manner. But if you've noticed, even Jasu, if somebody suggests her, use this word and not that one, she straight away changes it and helps us to understand Baba's versions even better.
Yes, the English language doesn't have many
Yeah, words.
words to explain.
Hmm.
Hindi has many meanings, so it
Yeah,
doesn't get the meanings.
exactly.
Yeah. So yes, I can understand that because I translate the English more or less into Greek, and
Hmm.
in Greek we have more words than
Yes, yes.
and still sometimes we are thinking about the
Hmm.
word. What does it
French,
mean?
Greek, Latin has many words like Hindi,
Yeah,
but English doesn't have that.
exactly. So there's another question. What does it mean to you now that you're Baba's number one Kumari? And what
Oh,
quality and what qualities sees on or saw Baba in you?
what I will say is this soul was not an obedient soul. Everything was just why. Whether it's my Lokik parents, or whether it's my teachers, or even my seniors in the center, everything is why. When the soul has been told, do this, it's always why, you know. And if you give me the answer to why properly, I will go out of my way to do it. But if I'm not given a proper answer, I won't do it. So Baba could see that this soul needs to become very humble and obedient and haji, jiha. And I think I have reached there to an extent. Maybe not 100%, but a huge percentage. Because sometimes I don't recognize my own self. I feel it's somebody else. I tell Sister Vedanti, oh my God, you've changed me so much that sometimes I don't recognize my own self, you know. And yeah, but I think the blessings of the senior has brought me where I am.
You're very fortunate, actually. Of course, you have Didi Vedanti, but also I think that with daddies, you had many experiences,
Plenty, plenty.
and you are very courageous from the things I have heard from you in other classes and everything.
Yes, you
So,
know.
can you share a few things about miracles happening with
Anyway,
daddies?
first I'll share about the dadis that, when we first came to the knowledge and we were on our way to Madhuban. And in those days, nobody used taxis to go to Mount Abu. There were no such drivers. So mainly it was a bus, a country bus, or a train. And so we had arrived from Ahmedabad as a Lokik family, my mom, my dad, and we four brothers and sisters. I was the eldest. So when we arrived, Madhuban didn't have telephones. Mount Abu didn't have telephones. So everything was like you send a letter or at least a telegram. And so my father had sent a telegram that we are arriving in Madhuban on this train. And there was a dadi, which I think none of you must have seen that dadi. Maybe I might be wrong, but mainly her name was Buri Dadi. Buri Dadi. Now, from Lusaka, we were told, "Oh, you're going to Madhuban. Give our regards to Dadi, Didi, Dadi, Didi." First, for us, this language was alien. We didn't speak a word of Hindi, so we don't know what Dadi, Didi means. But then even the Brahmin words we don't understand. We were very new. We were just 4 months old in knowledge. So we didn't know the Brahmin terms. So when Sister Vedanti and Sister Shilu were saying in Lusaka airport, give our regards to Dadi Didi, we thought, any Dadi who comes in front of us is Dadi, administrative head. So when we came to the station, Abu Road station, there was a Dadi. I don't know whether you remember in Pakistan, they used to wear a long kurta and a broad pajamas under it in the early days of the Yagya. Boli Dadi used to wear that, Sati Boli used to wear that, Buri Dadi used to wear that. It was a very traditional Sindhi style of costume. So they used to wear that. So that Buri Dadi with white hair, came to the station. Ah, and we were so excited. We thought that was the administrative head Dadi. We had no idea. There were so many dadis. We just thought only one. So we were very happy. We hugged Dadi, Puri Dadi. And then she put us in the car and we were going up the mountain. Now, because we were 4 brothers and sisters and mom and dad, there was no space in the car. She says, I'm coming, you carry on. Her duty in the yagya till she left her body was to purchase vegetables and grains. She used to buy vegetables and fruits from Abu Road because it was cheaper. So she'll come, she will buy for the yagya and go up the mountains. I don't know how she went. I think she went in the bus, but the vegetable went in the truck. So we were wondering that administrative head Dadi buys vegetables and fruits and all that. Anyway, not so much of thinking, but we arrive in Pandav Bhavan. When we arrive in Pandav Bhavan, Dadi Prakashmani, Badi Didi Manmohini, Shantamani Dadi, Manohar Dadi, everybody came out in the courtyard. And they all welcomed and gave us a hug and, little flowers and everything. Now we were completely confused. Which Dadi is which Dadi? Who is it? Nobody would introduce you. That's not the culture. So we were like, we had no idea. Wherever you walk, we walked in the kitchen, Boli Dadi was there. Sati Boli was there. And then slowly, in 2-3 days' time, we came to know who was who. And so we got a picture. Boli Dadi was the head of the kitchen. Her Lokik sister, Sati Boli, was the helper in the kitchen, main one. And then her daughter, Mira. So they were all there. But anyway, it was quite hilarious that we had so many dadis. We arrived in Delhi, Pandav Bhavan. We sat with all-rounder Dadi and Dadi Gulzar, and we talked and they entertained us and they gave so much toli, this, that. After 1 or 2 days, when we were just outside, and one of the sisters said, "Oh, you met Dadi Gulzar. You're so lucky. She is the chariot of Bap Dada." And like, what? We didn't know. We didn't know. We ran again to the room and we said, "Dadi, you are Baba's chariot." We were feeling her, touching her. That's when we came to know it was, we met Bap Dada after a month, but we had no idea. So many dadis were there. And today we only have one Dadi, Ratan Moini Dadi. So, yes, this is the situation.
Yes.
Anyway, so
Yes.
miracles, this age and this time is miracle, I'm telling you. It's a real miracle. But one time, now that I have the Greece family here, maybe I even shared that, I don't remember. But when I was visiting Greece first time, we were in Istanbul, Turkey. Sister Jenti and many others, we were there for Habitat 2 conference. And me and another Kumari was with me. So we were told, oh, we are neighboring Greece. So neighboring Greece, so somebody said, it's just about 2 or 3 hours and Greece comes. We were so naive. We thought 2 or 3 hours Greece, let's go to Greece. So Anna was going anyway. So we thought we will go with her. So myself and that Kumari and Anna, we went to Thessaloniki on coach. And it was 16 hours. Greece means the border is 2 or 3 hours, but then the cities are far. We arrive in Thessaloniki. We were all very, very tired body wise. Next day, anyway, so then we were going to catch a flight to Athens and all that. We did that. We spent a lot of time a lot of time means quality time in Athens doing service. We were with Drusula, we were her guest, and we were with Brother Anthony and Brother George and many others, Sister Maria from Malawi and all that. And then we were returning back. So we came to Thessaloniki. Next day, we were supposed to take our coach to Istanbul, Turkey. We all overslept. The coach was supposed to leave at 3:30, and we woke up just before Amrit Vela, 4 o'clock. And when I woke up, I said, oh my God, we've missed our coach. And then Anna says, wait, let me phone. And so they said we are in this particular place. They were gone quite far, quite far. Anyway, long story short, we were put in a cab, a lovely green old Mercedes, and the driver was so lovely soul. I don't even remember his name now, but I still remember the face. This was in 1996 or 95, 95. He took us, he drove us and drove us and drove us, to Santi. And then he didn't have papers to cross the border. He was such a lovely person. He asked somebody, can you please take these sisters across the border and put them on a coach, which is there in the coach station waiting. I've spoke to the driver and safely hand them over to the coach. He paid for that taxi. I mean, what karmic accounts do we have who I don't even know? It is just a miracle. He paid, and we said, no, we want to pay. He said, no, I will do it because I took the responsibility. So it's like, you know what I mean? We paid him for the journey from Thessaloniki to Santi, but he could not go across the border. So he took another cab and he paid them. We paid him for this trip, but he wanted us to reach that bus. And this other driver made a point that he handed us sisters to the coach, the coach people. And we were on the coach to Istanbul now. Who would ever want to do that? Not even your Lokik family would want. It's a miracle. It's God who touches their hearts. And after that, you know, I could remember this town's name because of Shanti, Om Shanti, So I remembered that. When I came to Nairobi, I had the address of that cab driver, the first one. So somebody visited Baba's house, a new soul who was trying to get introduction of the Brahma Kumaris. And I said, "Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Greece." I said, "I was in Greece just some time ago." "Where in Greece?" "Santi." I said, "Oh, please, please, can you take a little gift for one of our brothers?" You know, those were not that high-tech day ages where you have emails and WhatsApp and nothing like that. A simple letter, a card of thanks and a gift, and I gave it to this person and that address. I have no idea whether he's ever received it or not, but it's okay, and totally. But I did my feelings and sharing. And, these are the type of miracles we come across on the field of service and efforts. This is just one little sharing.